Alright, let's do the Natas 31. So Natas 31 and cherry tree, Control C, Control V. Okay, looks like we have some file upload situation here, and we all like .csv files. But isn't a nicely rendered and sortable table much cooler? Interesting. Okay, let's upload any file. Okay, so previously we have created 30.py. Okay, so let's upload that. Okay, I don't see the file, but let's upload it anyway. Okay. Interesting. So what just happened here? When I click any one of them, it is just populating all of these things. Interesting. And these seems to be like divided into columns. Okay, so how many columns? So looks like the maximum columns are like 3. Okay, but why is it divided? Where it actually broke actually? So we need to identify that. So let's go to this VS Code in which we have created previous code. Okay, so where is it actually breaking? So let's keep it side by side. So first one did not break. Okay, fine. And the second one, it seems to be like these are just orders. Okay, so yeah, let's try now. Authentication, request.php, and here it actually broke. Interesting. So I think at comma it is breaking. Let's see other one. Okay, so if there is a parameter and if there is a comma here, then it is breaking. Nice. And it is also breaking at this point. Okay, whenever there is a comma, it is breaking into different columns of a table. Okay, and you already know that CSV is a form of like an Excel sheet, so you can actually break into tabular format. Okay, so let's try to see the source code and see what happens. Okay, so this is the shebang for Perl, and use CGI. Okay, I think this is using this particular module. Okay, and it is creating an environment directory. Okay, say for example, if there is a temp dir anywhere in the code, it should use this particular location. Okay, and this is the HTML code. We don't want to know about this. This is the Perl code. Okay, and let's see, and we only have this much. Okay, until here, right? And what do we have here? And they are trying to define a new CGI object over here. Okay, so CGI new will create a CGI object, and so it is trying to upload this particular file, and whenever there is a parameter of file, okay, it is going to my file variable, and this file variable is going through a while loop. Okay, let's say there are 5 elements in this, but it is going to go through all of them. Okay, and if it is a header, it is going through this particular thing, and if it is not a header, then it is going through this particular thing. Okay, so how long does it take? Okay, so something like this is the end of this file, right? So if it reaches end of file, then it is going to skip this one and go right away here. Okay, so here what is it actually doing for each elements? So it is just going to CGI escape HTML. Okay, so if there are any HTML elements or HTML tags, it is going to just strip off from this file. Okay, and this one is actually splitting at comma. Okay, so whenever there is a comma, it is going to skip this, and it is going to split in the particular location. Okay, so that is what happened here. And whenever it is done, then it is going to print each one. Okay, just like a table header and table data. Okay, so this one is the table header and this one is table data. Since this is a CGI or CSV kind of thing, okay, so let's try and use CSV injection payloads. Okay, so we have a GitHub repo here, okay, called CSV injection payloads. Okay, and what do we have here? We have payload list here. Okay, so let's copy this one. Okay, copy it. Let's go back here, and we have a ton of these things. So this is where we actually uploaded our Python script. Okay, so as you can see all of these things. Okay, right, let's send it to intruder. Okay, and you can actually clear everything, and you don't need all of these things. Actually, you can keep something like this. And here, this is the place where we actually add a parameter. Okay, something like a random parameter, but we are going to add it. And since this is a single parameter, we are going to use sniper. And let's go to payloads and paste it. Okay, so this is going to take care of some of those things. Okay, and let's start the attack and let's see if the application breaks. Okay, looks like we have a 404 status code, and we have a standard length. Okay, and let's see the response, and it is saying not found. Okay, the requested URL was not found in the server, and it just gave us the server. Okay, so nothing more than that is here. So looks like this is not working, so we need to take another path. Close this and let's go back to the source code. Okay, where do you think the vulnerability is actually? Okay, so you need to identify the location. In this particular code, the vulnerability is in this particular category, wherever this exists. Okay, so here, here and here. Okay, since this is just printing this, so we don't need to worry about this. And this one we can try to find something from this. Okay, and this one also we can try to find something. And as you can see, it is only taking one parameter from here, which is file. Okay, and as you can see from here, from the positions, do we have a file? Okay, so this one. So whenever it found this file parameter, so it is just grabbing that parameters information into this particular file. Okay, so what we can do is, let's send it to repeater. Okay, and here let's remove this. Okay, so we don't need this. And here let's expand this, and this is where our target is, right? So what we can do is, we will make a duplicate of something, and we name it as file. Okay, because it is focusing on file, and we keep it before this one. Okay, so we need to keep it before this one. So what we will do is, let's capture any one of them because both are form data. Okay, so let's capture this one, copy, and from here let's paste it, and let's rename it to file. Okay, so this is done. And in this file, what are we actually keeping? So what we can do is, we can just go up, and here we can actually keep the file name directly. Okay, so our location is /etc/natas underscore webpass and natas 32 actually. Okay, so this is our file. This is our file that we want. So what is this actually? So this is an argument value. So what we can do is, remove this one, and we keep argv. So what we are saying is, we need the argument value of this one. Okay, so whichever this whole thing is. and what it does is it just brings that value and stores in this particular location. Okay, so once this stores in this file, so this file is being called by this one. Okay, and this is going to check the parameter and stores it here. Okay, now the password for Natas 32 is being stored in this particular variable. Okay, and from here it is going to go through all the file, which is only a single string. Okay, and it is going to check if there are any commas in this, which is no, and then it is going to check if it is the header. The first line is always the header, so it will come under header, and once it sees all the elements, okay, whichever this thing, okay, so this is the file actually, so this is the same thing here, and once it sees, it is going to check for escape HTML, and it is going to skip all the HTML tags and elements or whatever it is, and then it is going to print that whole thing. Okay, so this should work as of our theory, right? So let's go back and let's send it and see what happens. And as you can see here, we got our password. Okay, so let's show response in browser. Okay, copy, let's go here, paste, enter. Okay, so this is in the header position, right? So just as we expected. So is this the only method we can do? What we can also do is we can escalate this to a command injection. Okay, so let's save this password. So let's try the command injection as well. So command injection is going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so let's go back here, and from here we already know that Perl command injection uses a pipe symbol. Okay, so at the front and the back, but in this particular case it is needed to be in the back. Okay, and what we can do is we can just cat this particular thing, and here we have space. Okay, so I'll just select this, and then I'll just URL encode this. Okay, all characters, right? And to execute this command, we also need to do something here. So what we have to do here is you need to add content type. Okay, so what is the content type here? So we are trying to run an application here, right? So cat application, so we need to type something like application and octet stream. Okay, so it is going to check the octet values, like hex values you can say. Okay, so it is going to check in that way, and it is going to run this particular application. Okay, so we can directly give this, or we can actually try and give /bin/cat. Okay, so this is the exact location. Okay, so let's try this and see what happens. Okay, right, let's go. We got 200 okay response, and let's see if we got our solution. All right, we didn't get anything, and let's give a little bit of space over here. Okay, and let's see if it actually works. Let's go back and let's see if it actually works. Yes, it actually works. So the main thing we didn't include is the space character at the end. Okay, this is the space character. Okay, so this was essential to differentiate this particular file from this particular special character. Okay, so this space was necessary. Okay, so I hope you get it. So it will directly take from argument values. Okay, so the value of this one will be saved in this particular file, and then it goes again back to here, and then it is going to print out. Okay, so I hope you understood both. So one is command injection and one is directly keeping the file over here. Okay, something like this. All right, I hope you get it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.